Hello, everybody, and welcome to Truly Diversified. This is the YouTube channel hosted by myself, obviously, Ben Mohr. We are here every single Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 o'clock East Coast time, and bring you every Wednesday information about alternative investments and the way that you, either as a client, could invest with us or also how if you are an agent, somebody who's maybe an insurance, RIA, CPA, any of those things, how if you have a client base, ways that you could add what we do as value to your clients and also make pretty good commissions. As you probably know, we offer 15% commission on a product that is known as life settlements, which is a product that is often very misunderstood. And it's a chance here for us to kind of help people understand how you sell this product to an investor, and at the same time get some information about marketing and how you can go ahead and use our knowledge of what we do to go ahead and then talk to your client base and hopefully at some point either come and work with us, or at worst you could probably get the message out to your client base and then bring them into a Zoom meeting or a call with me, with my experience in this segment, this asset class, and see if we can help your clients invest. And then, of course, you get paid, which is a 15% commission on that deal. So, let's look at what we have here. This is our website. It's a Life Advisor Solution. Once again, Life Advisor Solution. I believe that will be in the link on our YouTube page as well. Or if you have come on this call here today, you should have it in an email. I want to share with you our website. I bring this up almost every single time. Let's see here, that I'm on here because this is where really most of the information that you would be discussing with a client is. Again, that's Life Advisor Solution. This is, you just go to the site, folks. You don't have to plug in a code. This is public, so you could literally be sitting there with anybody. I tell people all the time, people ask me, where do I get a lot of my business from? It could be social settings, right? A Starbucks, a cigar lounge. I've done business at cigar lounges plenty. Golf course, those things like that. Friendly poker game on a Friday night with your friends. People will be like, "Hey Ben, what is it that you do?" And I go, "Oh, well, I help people invest in life insurance policies on elderly people, and if they've made a very healthy profit, it's kind of what Warren Buffett does, and they're kind of just piggybacking on that idea." Well, at that point, I quit talking, right? And almost immediately they just go, "What do you mean?" Because people have never heard of it. That's when we go to the website, right? Rather than just keep talking about it, let's show them. Test this out sometime. Try it out. Go to a Starbucks, get in a conversation with somebody. And I promise you, if you say that and explain to them in a very short elevator speech and bring them to the website, they will be fascinated because you're educating somebody on something they didn't even aware existed. So here's our website, Life Advisor Solution. And I want to show you, I've helped an agent just like you, okay, sell 3 policies literally in the last 2 weeks. This is somebody who just came on board with us a couple weeks ago, and these are the policies that they helped their clients purchase. Okay, here's this one right here. If you look at this is a Reliastar policy, 76-year-old female with about a 4-year life expectancy, $250,000 face value. My agent went out there, sold it to their client for $73,000, right? So that's number one. Let's look at number two. American General, $175,000, purchase price $60,000. So I'm doing this in real time, folks. Let's just add this up. $250,000 death benefit, $175,000 death benefit so far for a total cost of what? 133. Okay. Got it. And then the final one is all the way down at the bottom here. And they also sold this one as well for $80,000. So we'll call it about $210,000. It's actually 213 is what they did to purchase all these policies, and they got a $300,000 death benefit on that. So if we total this up, it is what, 5, 7. So For $213,000, somebody was able to purchase $725,000 of death benefit upfront day one. Think about that. Think about that, right? Almost 3.5x what their initial upfront cost is. Now, they will have to pay premiums over time, but let's take a look at this case right here, LP 105. Okay. Universal life policy, 75-year-old male with a 33-month life expectancy. That is an expectation of less than 3 years. Okay. This is just math. So their initial investment up front is the 80,000, right? Now we go over to this chart over here, and you could show anybody this. Let's look at the chart here. It shows you how much cumulative the premiums would be on this policy during the situation that they have, right? So if you see here, there is a bold printed area with 33 months, less than 3 years, 2.75 years. The client would have bought the policy for 80 upfront. That's their upfront cost, and their premium costs over less than 3 years would be about $38,000. So it's just a math equation. There's the 80 they bought it for. The money over the next 2.5, 3 years they're going to have to pay into the premiums is about $38,000. Their overall total cost out the door is 117, 118, and they're getting $300,000. So what is that? That's a net gain of over $180,000 in less than 3 years. And you're looking at this is not wrong. You're looking at an APR of over 50%, right? It's crazy. Now, if you want to be one of the naysayers, as they are, is like, well, what if this person lives twice as long, which is possible, but I would show you statistically probably less than 25% chance of happening, maybe 20% chance happening. Okay, we can go down the numbers. If you go down and you look at this and say double, more than double, I'll do more than double. Okay, more than double would be 6 years, right? 6 years, they put in $82,000 of premiums. They put $80,000 upfront cost for 162 over a 6 year time hold. You're still looking at double digit returns of 14%. You're still looking at stock like returns, S&P like returns in that scenario, right? You're still making way more than you would have ever put them in an annuity. Got it? And here's the thing. They're going to get paid from a extremely strong life insurance carrier. That's where the money's coming from. Let me ask you this question, and it's rhetorical. If your client bought this product for us for 80,000 up front and they pay the premiums and the market drops by 5% or 10%, which is rare, but let's say that actually happened, and that's what everyone's worried about is when is the next 2008 going to come around, right? When is the next fall going to happen in our economy? Because it's cyclical. It will happen at some point. Is your client's policy still worth $300,000? Of course it is. It doesn't go down to 260. They know exactly how much money they're going to get paid on this. They're the owner of the policy. They're the beneficiary of the policy. They own the asset. It's that simple. So this is what I wanted to show to you today is that, look, if you were to come and work with us, this person put their clients in front of me. We helped sell 3 different policies to investors where the overall cost for those investors was $213,000. I'm talking about various investors. This guy was able to bring in $213,000 in business in the last 2 weeks. How did he do it? He just went to his client base. He went to his old annuity people. He went to people he knew. He showed them this website. It was that simple. They were interested. They got on a Zoom with us. We showed them all of this. We answered their questions. They wired the funds in. They now own the policies. It's that quick, right? $213,000 was invested by his client base over a 1 to 2 week period. His clients now have $725,000 of value by owning paper on policies on people who are already less than healthy for their age segment, all over the age of 75. And they're going to get paid from some of the strongest financially backed companies in the world with no correlation to the stock market. So what does my agent in that case get for his time? He made over $30,000. He made over $30,000 in the last 2 weeks, right? If you are an annuity person, you already know how much money do you have to sell in annuities to make $30,000. I could tell you, you're gonna have to write over $400,000 to $500,000 in annuities, right? just to make that money. And this guy didn't spend $1 on marketing or prospecting. All he did is go to his current client base, tell them this existed, find the interest, get them on a call with me or a Zoom. We wrote the business and he made $30,000. That simple. Okay. So, this is what I wanted to show you today. Just kind of a quick hit of what you can do. It's a simple process. What you need to do is let your clients know about this website. You can send them a text about it. You can send them an email about it. You can just say you want to talk to them about it. Anyone you know, if they have money and are looking to invest outside the market, let them know about it. Now, what happens is you and I are going to sit down with your client. We're going to explain them, most likely over a Zoom. And if I don't have a policy on the books right now, it says it's available, do not fret, because what's going to happen is we're going to essentially take their order. We're going to find out how old is the person that you want to buy roughly. So let me give you an example. It's like having somebody go try to buy real estate. You represent a buyer. You're going to go drive around a neighborhood, right? Wherever it is. You're going to drive around that neighborhood and your client goes, I want a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, has to be over 1,500 square feet, and I'm not going to pay more than $600,000 or whatever the number is. Great. You now have your parameters. So you're going to go out there, look at the first house, and they fall in love with that house and they go, I want that house. Now, what's the problem is that house is already in escrow with somebody else. So they can be the backup buyer and it falls out. You don't stop there and go, well, hey, thanks for coming. I guess I'm not, there's nothing else. You would be very wise to go out there and show them multiple houses as a backup. And that's how this works. If your client comes to us and we educate them on how this works, what I want to ask them is, how much money are you willing to pay to buy a policy? What are your limitations as far as what is the lowest end age you would consider, and what is the longest time frame you would consider for a life expectancy? If you and your client give me that, I'll give you an example. Hey, I won't buy anybody less than 75 years old. I won't buy a policy that has a life expectancy longer than 5 years, right? And that's it. And I'm not going to spend more than $100,000. I can go out there and go shopping and find policies like that all day long, right? Now I go get that policy for your client. They look at it. They say they want to buy it. They look over the, as you know, life expectancy reports, all the details we have. They go ahead and put the money, wire that money in, and we're done. They own the policy. We retitle it, which takes about a month to do, but they actually own the policy day one. We just have to get it retitled with the insurance carrier, and I'm paying you within 24 hours. So that's simple. This is exactly what happened the last 2 weeks with one agent that we just met recently. He opened me up to his book of business. We went out there and helped him market it, text, emails, phone calls, voicemail drips, and he got interest to where he just sold $213,000. Okay. So if you are interested in learning how to do this, all of you have, I believe, a way to contact me on the Calendly, or you can text me directly. I would love to sit down with anybody. Right now, as I'm speaking, I've got an agent that came on these calls a couple weeks ago. He's a guy in Florida, does a lot of annuity business, and he's got about 300 clients. And we are in the process right now of setting up his marketing as well, which is going to include the main three areas. The three-pronged approach is an email drip campaign, a texting drip campaign, and a voicemail drop that happen all month long. And all of that is funneled to him. He does all the warm up. He's getting people on this website, shows what it is. And then if they have any type of interest, you get them on the call with me, the expert, to educate them the way I do here. And then he's just going to go on and try to find out where the money's at and if they want to work. That's your job. That's how you're making your 15%. My job is to be the educator and explain to them how this works and handle the deal once the money comes in. So that's it for today. I appreciate you joining us. Now I want to open it up for any questions. Anyone? You can raise your hand, unmute, however you want to do. Let me look in the chat box. No? Anyone? Going, gone? Everyone good? Well, anyone who is on here today, please feel free to join us next week. Let your friends know about it. We'll be here again next week at 11 a.m. Pacific Coast time. I'm going to be talking about specific marketing and what we do next week. And please get in touch if you guys have any questions. Okay. But thank you so much for everybody. and enjoy your day. Bye bye.